this video, I want to give you a preview of the 58 algorithms that combine this equity curve as a quick summary. Here is the base equity curve for all the strategies combined, and next you'll see all 58 equity curves. Scrolling through all 58 equity curves, you can see the combination of different trading systems: gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas, coffee, S&P, Nasdaq. And all 58 of these systems, they comprise the sum of the total equity curve that we showed you here. Going over the SR CounterTrend trading systems, these are strategies that have the same exact parameters, same exact strategy on multiple markets at equity peaks in this portfolio, as well as some of the existing portfolios. I want to show you those results from the portfolio calculator. Then we're going to come back to Multicharts and look at the Multicharts Portfolio Trader. There's 8 different variations of this. And here's the portfolio calculator updated through yesterday as we scroll down to a 2020 portfolio, SR CounterTrend 2, 3, 4, some of our old CounterTrend strategies, some of the Cobra CTs. You can see we've talked about how we anticipated the CounterTrends strategies to start working in a lower VIX environment. And in general, it works historically even in low and VIX environments. You can see the drawdown curve was more volatile in recent volatility, higher index levels, but you can see this move right back up to equity peaks. Today the SR CounterTrends, and lately in our trading, the SR CounterTrends, we've implemented those and those have done well. We see some nice shorts on the day, and I'm going to show you those in a minute. But first, I've been able to test 8 different SR CounterTrends. Each one has the exact same parameters on multiple markets. Here's the performance summary for this. You can actually see how this does better on the short side, and you see the total profit here, and then it divides it up between long and short. You see the statistics: $76,000 drawdown. This is a very large number of strategies trading full futures contracts and E-minis, and so if you put this into a $1 million type portfolio, that is 7.6%, and that was a extreme spike down in the drawdown curve. We can go back and look at that. 809 on the long side, 1.146 on the short side. This is testing back to 2007. And let's look at the drawdown curve again so you can see that spike down where it is most of the time. Regular $50,000 drawdowns, you're trading 8 strategies, multiple markets. It's around 50 combinations of strategies. And so that is a normal drawdown when you trade that many strategies. Here's the trade analysis: $50 average trade profit on the long side, 66 on the short side. That goes in cycles depending on volatility. When volatility is higher and you get more slippage, then you typically have higher average trade profits. This includes $25 round turn slippage and commission. So that is already in there. 25 is what I was trying to write. $25 round turn slippage and commission. Without that, this number would be 75. This number would be 91. And so let's look at the periodical analysis, the annual period analysis. Actually, first looking at the monthly. So we've anticipated this SR CounterTrend. It's having a big month. This month it's up 123.85 on the average trade profit. 24,275, 196 trades, and so you can see losing months have losing average trade profits, and so it goes in cycles, and you have losing months, you have winning months, historically speaking. Now let's go over the annual period analysis. Here are the results, and so we like seeing that over 100K years. So those are some nice additions to add this to a $1 million type portfolio for full E-minis, and so you have these levels right here. And this overall, if you have a smaller portfolio, the idea of counter-trend and mean reversion strategies is beneficial to understand, and how the longevity of these strategies works. And so you can see 2018 and 2019 were small years. Then back in 2020 it was a big year. 2021 was almost 100,000. 2022 was 132,000. 2023 was 110, and 2024 only 30K so far. Average trade profit 49.52, and so we can see some additional information on each strategy. I like this Multicharts Portfolio Trader because you can look at each strategy by going down here and selecting breakdown by symbols, overview, and you can see all the strategies listed here. And so these are the cycle of strategies. You see on this left-hand side, we have 8 strategies that are activated. And so these are different variations. So for example, SR CounterTrend, it includes our SR CounterTrend base strategy, one of our original strategies. And this is on gold, crude oil, silver, S&P, and Nasdaq. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 markets. SR CounterTrend II V2 conservative is on gold, crude oil, silver, S&P, and Nasdaq. You can see that SR CounterTrend II V2, just the non-conservative version, SR CounterTrend II V2M, just the base version, traded on 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute charts. Gold, crude oil, silver, S&P, Nasdaq, coffee, natural gas, and then you have the 5 minute versions of each of those: S&P, Nasdaq, gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas, and coffee. So 1, 5, and 15 minute versions for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 markets. And then you have SR CounterTrend II V2M 1M, and this is actually repetitive. So we had some repetitive here a little bit, I believe. Let me double check the signals. The signals are, yes, they're repetitive. So you end up trading 2 units of the 1 minute version on gold, crude oil, silver, S&P, Nasdaq, and natural gas. And so it's like trading 2 contracts on the 1 minute version, except for coffee. I actually thought I removed coffee and some of the natural gases. That's why you don't see them on some. And then you have the aggressive version: gold, crude oil, silver, S&P, Nasdaq, coffee, and natural gas. Then you have the 2024 version: gold, crude oil, silver, S&P, Nasdaq. And then you have the the SR CounterTrend X, which is 10: gold, crude oil, silver, S&P, Nasdaq, coffee, natural gas. And then the active version, which is only on the metals. This really active version works really well on gold and silver. And so I'm going to count all the market combinations. I have counted 58 instruments tested. Some of it's redundant on the SR CounterTrend II V2M. And we're trading the same strategy on SR CounterTrend II V2M 1M aggressive. And on these, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 markets in this case. We're also trading a similar strategy with slightly different parameters on about the same set of markets: 1, 2, 3, 4, only 5 in this case. So 58 total combinations. We're going to look at the, you can take a look at all these. These are in order. The 58 should also be listed here. As you scroll down, you can see the results. You see silver over here, 109,000. Just really good numbers on a lot of these. Some of these are so-so. The Nasdaq, I think that's a 15-minute chart. 5 and 15-minute charts, only 1720 and 7425 net profits. S&P, some of the 5 and 15-minute charts don't trade as much, and so the net profit is lower, but it still provides us with some diversity. So you could go through here and you could click on each one of these and see. That's what I like about Multicharts Portfolio Trader. It lets you test the portfolio, all the trade statistics. In our portfolio calculator, we do combined equity curve analysis. We don't look at the trade stats. We don't have the trade data. It's just the combined equity curves. And so in this, you can see the trade stats. You can see the strategy performance summary. You can see the longs and the shorts for each trade setup. And you can look at the equity curves. You can take a look at this equity curve. You can say, wow, it didn't perform well for a while. We're not trying to make a perfect equity curve. If you try to make perfect equity curves, it's usually curve fitted. This one went through a more volatile period, 2018 to 2020, and then it started to recover, and it's made recent equity peaks and it's pulled back. We're going to look at all the equity curves for all these really quickly. I have opened up all 58 equity curves, and I'm going to close them real fast, and so we can get a quick effect of viewing all 58 equity curves pretty quickly. Then we'll see the total. So there they are. They're not pretty. Some of them are nice. Some of them are choppy. Some have recent drawdowns. Some have recent equity peaks. And so you get diversity of algorithms to create a diverse algorithmic trading systems portfolio. And talk about ugly equity curves in portfolio creation. You can develop perfect strategies, perfect looking back tests, but you're better off creating simple, realistic trading systems with more of the ugly equity curve, and then combining them with another group of diverse set of strategies in other markets, and then taking that group of strategies to increase your risk-adjusted returns, which means making your equity curve look more to look better, to look straighter, I guess. And so you can take a look at all of these equity curves and see. Let's look at the total equity curve. Once again, the combination of all these equity curves looks like this. And so I love this tool. I love the portfolio calculator tool that we have in Excel. And this is what I wanted to share with you today, the SR CounterTrend setup that I really like and want to implement the entire, all of this in the portfolio calculator. Some of them are there and some of them are not. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.